This is the organic imitation of a landing module that the entities showed to the Apollo 12 crew while they were on the moon's surface. This is a presentation shown by Dr. Bergrum, extracted from the secret archives of NASA. Now, look at this. As you're gonna notice right here, this thing is, wouldn't you know, it's a freaking fingernail. This is a finger. And it has the same flavor as every single thing that we observe, or I have observed on every single image of NASA around planet Moon, on planets and Moon. So the question is, what the heck is this shit? Some demonic entities making it look like they are aliens, and they just show us the same thing, because I can show you on the song, look, it's the same thing up here, the fingernails, look. I mean, this is after thousands of images that I have analyzed. It shows the exact same thing. The fingernails, the fingers, a hand, holding the cylinder thing. Look, right there, it's all the same. It continues, it's all about the same exact thing. Fingers and fingernails and hands holding the cylindrical deal. So look, this rectangular or rhomboid shape thing is supposed to be on top. And look, it's all organic, looking like the clouds that we're seeing right here on the right here on Earth, on the cloud. Look, the exact same configuration. The fingers and fingernails and hands that makes hands holding the cylindrical thing that has the divine laws of the universe. So, and you know, it's all the same patterns, the exact same patterns. It's on The Moon is Your Worst Nightmare by R. Peter Nell, when he showed what's above the moon and on the moon. It's all the same. Look at the patterns. I mean, you don't have to be an expert in images to see the similarities. It's just insane, man. It is really insane. That's the lunar module, the real lunar module. Look, that's what they try to imitate. But somehow, after a while, the shit became some bizarre deal that it's just freaky looking. Look at that. Look what that thing ended up looking like. And Dr. Bergrum is showing where the entity is supposed to be, but I look around, I don't see anything resembling any entity. So some weird deals that it might be some kind of demonic looking thing, ghostly, bizarre looking something. I cannot say with certainty that that brown deal right here, this small figure, is an entity, because I just don't know. There is somebody on the moon, something's on the moon, whether there's some demonic entities or I don't know. Whatever those astronauts saw, they came down very traumatized. That's all I can tell you. Their stairs, when they were in the quarantine Airstream, aluminum-looking trailer, motorhome, their faces looked like they saw something that they should never have seen, because they looked traumatized. Nixon was congratulating them and shit, and they didn't look any happy or nothing. I mean, when you see some shit like that, what do you expect? You're not gonna feel, happy or anything. You're gonna be having problems with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. That's what I saw on those astronauts. And look what happened. One Aldrin became a drunk, the Neil Armstrong became a recluse, and the other one, Collins, I don't know what happened to him, but he probably didn't see the shit up close like the other two did. And look, down here, there is something that appears to be an entity or something. I don't know. It looks like a head right there, next to another head. I just don't know, because the pictures are kind of blurry and black and white. Plus there are some other figures, so to speak, like this one right here. It looks like the one, the Jose Camilla Luna documentary that jumps from the Command Mayo, the landing Mayo. I mean, it's some strange looking deals. And the sound that they heard, they sound like something like very eerie sound shit that they heard on the Apollo 8 when they were on the far side of the moon. And Apollo 10, same thing. Now the audiovisual people from this conference, the Disclosure Project, they didn't even try to enhance these images and make it look really crispy and nice and big. No, this shit look like they sabotaged this main presentation. Dr. Bergrum. I mean, I cannot imagine material like that is never seen, the day of light will never see. That's the shit that they presented. Something completely bizarre. It looked organic, Like I say, it look just like those clouds that you see on from the space station. Look at that. And what they are the same thing I see everywhere. The same type of deal with the fingernails, and I mean, some bizarre looking deal. And I don't know, these are entities there. There's a small figure right here. Oh, that's some, I don't know what those are. Some small figures that look really creepy as shit. Look, down there's some kind of entities. But it's difficult to pinpoint, to make, you know. I mean, this is, like I say, the flavor is nothing that I can relate to. Anything that I can, and you can see that in the dark part, the patterns are the same thing. Fingers and fingernails, and organic looking shit, but dark. And look at that, the so-called landing mayo imitations. Well, that was not the only thing they showed them. They even showed them an astronaut, imitation of an astronaut. And here is the imitation of an astronaut.
Item 2 is a
and as you can see on the ground of the moon, it look like it's part of a structure. Look at the spheres and tubes and structures that are all over the ground, or what's supposed to be the ground. And then there is the astronaut imitation, and there is a better picture of it, closer, where he is playing daisies. Look at that. That's the astronaut imitation. And he has pointed out where the entities are in this image, according to him. He said that couldn't be peak corner because there is a tube sticking out of the ground. So this ship protruded from the ground and manifested. There. That is an imitation. Check it out, how well they imitated the astronaut. Even holding a flag, American flag. Look at that. But it was all light and shadow tricks. Look at that. Now look at the ground. Look at the ground, how corrugated, how structurized it is.